let's face it, following can be hard. I think we all know this. I remember when like the GPS systems kind of first came out and we were getting driving directions from them, and I didn't trust it. You know, there were a few times where it led me astray or had me turn down a street and then it was a dead end. And, you know, I got to the point where I remember yelling and screaming at the GPS, like having actual arguments and fights with that. And that's because, you know, when you follow something you don't really trust, you know, it's upsetting and it's confusing. Recently, though, I was on a little road trip and we were following another car. And the person I was with that was driving said, "Hey, do you think we should follow this person or should we go our own way?" Now, the person we were following was Jeremy Peterson, our executive pastor. And I looked at the guy driving the car and I said, "I'd follow that guy anywhere. He's never led me astray once." And I was so confident in it, the driver said, "All right, we're following him." And that's the other thing. Following is a lot easier when you have trust, when you have confidence, when you have experiences with somebody that you're following. Now, that's the thing about following God. The more you know him, the more you're relationally connected with him, the more experiences you have with him, the more time you spend with him, the more you'll trust him. And the more you trust him, the more likely you are to follow him. God will never lead you astray, but there's a lot of false information out there about God. A lot of things about God that just aren't true. There's a rumor going around about God that he's nothing more than the cosmic killjoy in the sky, just raining down lightning bolts, you know, waiting for us to mess up and so he can punish us. You know, this mighty smoter of smiting power that just wants to destroy us and burn us up into crispy little critters. That's not God. Our God is a loving Father who is inviting us to be a part of his family, to go where he's going, to do what he's doing, to be a part of his kingdom. And his commands are a blessing, not a burden. That's the beauty of this. Like Jesus said, "Hey, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That's what Jesus says. He's like, "Hey, I want you to follow me because my yoke is easy and my burden is light." He says, come follow me. Come walk with me. Come do this thing called life the way that I will show you. Jesus, the author and perfecter or originator or pioneer of our faith, he has blazed the trail so we walk with him in step with him. And his yoke is easy and his burden is light and his commands are a blessing, not a burden. You see, it's a totally new mindset. If we look at God's commands and we see them as this, you know, massive, heavy thing that we have to lug around, and we think that, you know what, God's just trying to ruin our fun. No. He created us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows what life is really meant to be and what it's all about. He knows what it means to be a part of his kingdom and out of this world, this temporary fleeting world, to trust him and follow him. And so the more time you spend with him, the more experiences you have with him, the more you actually do follow him and trust him, the more you obey his commands and see that they give life, not death. Actually give life, abundant life in him. The more likely you are to follow him, and the more convincing you'll be when someone looks at you and says, "Hey, do you think I should follow him or go my own way?" You'll look at him and go, "Oh, follow him. He'll never lead you astray." Let's go.